Your skill didn't rub off on your brother-in-law.
No, I know. But he's my wife's little brother. I was hoping you understand it's family. Maybe we could work something out.
Well, I don't know. What do you want to work out? You want to work out something with me?
I mean, I can figure out a way to pay you back to buy money.
Of course, that's Mark Wahlberg and Giovanni Ribisi in this weekend's big budget action movie release.
Our movie guy, Aaron Lafferty, is here with a preview of this and 4 other movies opening in West Michigan this weekend. And it is wide open, isn't it?
Yes, it's a busy weekend. Like we were saying, it's winter time finally. So now we're starting to get some of those movies that are coming out. They're going to be Oscar contenders because they've been in limited release in other parts of the country. Now they're finally getting here.
Right.
Let's start with Contraband, which is, if you've seen the trailer, if you've seen any of the previews, you might be thinking, hey, this kind of seems like Gone in 60 Seconds. It's a lot like Gone in 60 Seconds. The premise is Mark Wahlberg's a guy. He was one of the best in the game. He's kind of a smuggler, if you will. And his wife's younger brother gets in trouble, and he messes up. And so he's got to come back one more time. We've seen this so many times in other movies where they got to do one more run, one more time, one more job.
Exactly.
So that's basically the premise of this movie. And it's been getting pretty good reviews. Mark Wahlberg is the main star here. Giovanni Ribisi is the bad guy.
Him.
Kate Beckinsale, she's just
Kate
great.
Beckinsale's Mark Wahlberg's wife. And ironically, Giovanni Ribisi was in Gone in 60 Seconds, and he was the younger brother. So if you want to play some ties there, that's interesting.
Interesting,
So-
yeah, exactly. Okay.
And it is rated R.
Just so you know. Okay, the next one is one that I have seen men watch the trailer to it and roll their eyes and think, who thought up that one? And women who are excited to see it.
Okay.
This might be the movie that you go to with your girlfriends or your daughter or your mom or something like that,
Your
right,
aunt
Aaron?
or your grandma or something.
Chick movie?
Yeah, this, it's a PG-13 movie. It's about 2 hours long. Joyful Noise is what we're talking about. It's Queen Latifah, Dolly Parton. It's been also getting, mixed reviews. It's 2 people in the choir. They're going to this national competition. The national competition is called Joyful Noise. Queen Latifah is one member of the choir. Dolly Parton's another member of the choir, and they have different opinions on how they can win this competition. So they kind of clash. It's kind of a family kind of movie, so go check it out.
You're going to go see that one?
No.
Not on your life.
No.
Well,
If there was a screening, I probably would have seen it. But.
Okay, so we're veering far from here. Just take the name itself, Carnage.
Right. It sounds like it might be like a horror or a thriller or whatever, but it's more about it's 2 couples. This was originally a stage play, and they've turned it into a movie. Jodie Foster, Kate Winslet, Christoph Waltz, John C. Reilly. They play 2 couples.
Great roster.
Right. They're 2 couples, and their kids get in a fight.
Okay.
So now they come together. It was originally a one-room play.
Okay.
So it's pretty much all confined to one location. So you've got these 4 great actors. They're trying to kind of resolve the issues with their kids, and the more time they spend, the more they start acting like kids. So they might seem like they're nice in the beginning, but they start to turn into this childish behavior. So it's kind of an interesting movie. Been getting okay reviews. May not be an Oscar-type movie, but it's certainly a movie with a good cast, a lot of good actors.
Right, exactly. Speaking of good cast and great actors, the next one.
Meryl Streep, which, as we were recanting, last year was my pick for Best Actress. She really should have won, but she's probably going to win this year.
I don't know, Sandra.
Yeah, exactly. What do they know in Hollywood?
Right.
Yeah. Well, I think anytime you see Meryl Streep, I mean, she is an icon. She is good in no matter what she does, Aaron.
Right. I mean, she's been nominated so many times. She holds the record for the number of Oscar nominations. This is the movie that's going to win it again for her this year. Iron Lady, it's not getting the best reviews for the overall movie, but for her performance for sure, it's worth watching.
So
Margaret Thatcher, pretty much.
Yeah, she basically, she plays Margaret Thatcher and how she kind of comes to power and the troubles that she has because 1, she's a woman, and 2, she's kind of got this annoying voice, so they're trying to ratchet that down. The way she kind of dresses and all that stuff isn't really accepted in British society back in the 80s, so they're trying to get her kind of changed, and she kind of stands up for herself.
Before her time, really.
Right.
So it's sort of based on, I mean, how she really was, sort of like the King's Speech last year was a sort of a true
based on a true story
recollection of what they were like. Okay, well, I think that one sounds fascinating.
Right, and that's PG-13, and that's only at River 3 movies.
Yeah, exactly. I'm giggling because this is actually the one that I would see in the theaters.
Beauty and the
I
Beast.
mean, Beauty and the Beast 3D.
Yes.
We've seen this probably over 100 times at my house.
Yes.
But it's 3D now.
This
will sell tickets.
This was the movie that kind of might have changed the general idea of animated movies. It was nominated for Best Picture, which had never been done before up until 1981. So 21 years old, here we're back with Beauty and the Beast. Carnage and Iron Lady are both in limited release. This is in wide release. This and Contraband are going to be the two movies that are going to fight for number one. Not just the 3D dollars, you get the family dollars. So it's certainly worth checking out. It's a timeless movie, and it's fun and classic story.
What about people looking at this and saying, yeah, I've seen it 100 times. Is it worth going and seeing it in 3D? Is it that much different?
I would say if you love this movie, go see it in 3D.
Yeah.
If maybe you got younger people that have never seen this movie,
And it's an opportunity to go to the theater.
Introduce them. This is going to be, as I was saying, this is one of 3 movies that's going to be re-released in 3D this year. So after Lion King made a huge box office success last year with the 3D re-release, we're going to have 3 movies this year.
And those were both made into stage productions that are still very popular
Yes.
today, The Lion King and Beauty and the Beast. And
So-
so I think that's how the theater embracing that world would
Right.
have even more
So
people going out. To
Later,
see
we're
it.
going to see Titanic in 3D.
Yes.
We're going to see Star Wars Episode 1 in 3D, and I'm sure we're going to see more.
Oh yeah, I'm
re-releases.
sure because of the money that goes
Right.
along with having something done in
Right.
3D. I actually saw Young Adult a week
Yes.
ago, and
Yes.
it was disturbing. It wasn't exactly what I thought it was going to be. Rated R, not for kids, but that was
But I
kind of
liked
my
it.
last adventure.
I liked it. Yeah, no, it's a good movie. I mean, she's a character that you're not really want to root for, but you kind of root
You
for.
kinda
It's
can't
kind of
help it.
hard. Yeah, she's kind of a mess.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
What about your picks? Because I do always like hearing, you see so many different movies.
Yes.
And so when you like something, I know that I'm often going to.
2 movies that I saw actually since the last time I was on the show, because we had the week off and then I was sick last week. Take Shelter, just saw this last weekend. Michael Shannon, you might remember from Revolutionary Road, he was Best Supporting Actor nomination or award for that one. He plays a guy who he's getting these dreams of storms that are coming, kind of like apocalyptic storms, like major, huge tornadoes and birds flying in the sky in weird patterns, and he's not sure if he's kind of going crazy or if he's actually seeing the future. So the whole movie you're kind of playing between, is he losing it or is he actually seeing something that's coming? Obviously the people around him don't really believe him. His wife is Jessica Chastain, who's been in 3 movies in 2011. So, you got some really good performances here.
Okay, don't wreck it for us. We don't want to know how it ends.
I'm not. I just giving you the plot.
Okay,
I'm telling you how it's
fantastic. But it's good and well done. Rated R, though.
Yes, rated R, very well done. It's only playing at Woodland Mall.
Okay. Another one.
Another one, Midnight in Paris. I've never been a big fan of Woody Allen movies, but this is my new favorite Woody Allen movie.
Okay.
This is just so well done. It's kind of a postcard to Paris, if you will. The whole movie is set in Paris. Owen Wilson is a guy, he's a writer, he's kind of got writer's block, he's on vacation. He doesn't fit in with everybody, he's kind of struggling. Well, he stumbles his way into going back in time into the 1920s France. He meets Ernest Hemingway, who is like one of his heroes. He meets the Fitzgeralds. He meets all these literary and artistic icons, if you will, of the time, and he's always wishing he was in a different place, and so he kind of gets to experience a different place and maybe get a different look at his life. And I really like this.
Interesting concept. Is the cinematography?
Oh, it's great.
Great, yeah.
I like what they did with, if you can tell, the lighting in here is a little bit more yellow, so it's kind of like, they even consider the lighting back in the 20s, so it's really well done. Woody Allen really hit it out of the park with this one.
Yeah, and speaking of possible nominations,
Yes.
the award season really revs up this weekend. We're talking about the Golden Globes.
Right.
I cannot believe that's here already.
Right. It doesn't seem like it since we just now got the first big snow. So Sunday on NBC, we've got, if you remember, the Golden Globes do the Best Picture in 2 different categories. So you've got comedy and musical and drama. So we want to look at those really quick. 50-50, which was one of my favorite movies of the year. The Artist, Bridesmaids, Midnight in Paris, which I just mentioned as one of my picks, and My Week with Marilyn.
Yeah,
those are
that's just out.
those are the 5 for comedy musical. 50-50 will be available on DVD soon. The Artist hasn't even come to Grand Rapids yet. Bridesmaids obviously on DVD. Midnight in Paris is on DVD, and My Week with Marilyn is in West Michigan but in a limited release.
Okay, I'd really like to see that one. Okay, and then the drama category?
The drama category, we've got The Descendants, which is George Clooney. That's in limited release here in West Michigan. The Help, which is out on DVD. Hugo, which is in theaters. Ides of March comes out on DVD soon. That movie was shot in Michigan, originally scouted West Michigan. Moneyball is one of my favorite movies of the year. That's on DVD this week. And War Horse, which is in theaters now.
Okay, any early predictions, Aaron? You are our movie expert.
I think Moneyball takes comedy, and I think The Artist takes best drama.
Okay.
Okay.
not to tip my hat for the Oscars.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, we're gonna like go toe to toe again, which we do every year.
I think so
Do
too.
our picks
And in the
make
meantime,
bets.
I bought a bucket, so I'm going to be watching a lot of movies
Yes.
in the next couple of months.
Yeah. So over the next couple weeks, you got some more Oscar-nominated movies. Eventually, we'll see The Artist. Eventually, we'll see some other movies that are nominated that haven't gotten here yet.
Sounds great. Thanks,
All right.
Aaron.
Yep.
Stay with us. More 8 West to come.
Are you West?